Locomotion and Movement, NCERT, Exemplar 11, Biology, Chapter 17, Locomotion and Movement. Match the following and mark the correct option. Fast muscle fiber, slow muscle fiber, actin filament, sarcomere is given in column 1. Myoglobin, lactic acid, contractile unit, I band is given in column 2. Fast muscle fiber. Fast muscle fiber, definitely when muscle fiber is working faster, that we can expect the muscle fiber undergo fatigue by accumulation of lactic acid. Slow muscle fiber store hemoglobin in their muscles, we call myoglobin. Actin filament is there in I band. Sarcomere is said to be the structural and functional unit of muscle contraction. So let's find out the option here. A2, it might be second option or third option now. B1, C3. So C is the deciding factor. C, actin filament is given. Actin filament is there in I band. So what is the answer here? C4. So I am selecting third option. C4, D3. Sarcomere is the structural and functional unit of muscle contraction. Contractile unit we can say. Ribs are attached to. Ribs attached to, generally ribs attached ventrally to the sternum and dorsally to the vertebral column. So ribs are attached to ventrally to the sternum, dorsally to the vertebral column. So here it is given, ribs are attached to sternum, ventral side, attachment at ventral side. What is the type of movable joint present between the atlas and axis? Movable joint, atlas and axis. This is axis. Into the axis, the atlas axis enters into the atlas. So this joint, so what is it? Pivot or saddle or hinge or gliding? Pivot. Pivotal joint. We can say it as pivotal joint. ATPase of the muscle is located on. ATPase of the muscle is located on actin, troponin, myosin, actin. Actinin and actin, two options are given. So the myosin head, short arm and tail, so we'll find our so-called ATPase activity is done here, where ATP is located, ATP binding site. So what is our answer? Myosin. Intervertebral disc is found in the vertebral column of. Between the vertebrae, we'll find a special disc, what do we say, between all the vertebrae, we call intervertebral disc. Intervertebral disc, birds, reptile, mammal, amphibian is a characteristic feature of mammals. Which one of the following showing the correct sequential order of vertebrae in the vertebral column of human being is given? Cervical, lumbar, thoracic, sacral, coccygeal, first option. Second option, cervical, thoracic, sacral, lumbar, coccygeal. Cervical, sacral, thoracic, lumbar, coccygeal, third option. Cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, coccygeal is the fourth option, and that is going to be the right option. Cervical, then thoracic, then lumbar, sacral, coccygeal. Which one of the following option is incorrect? Hinge joint between humerus and pelvic girdle, pivot joint between atlas and axis, gliding joint between carpals, saddle joint between the carpal and metacarpal of the thumb. So option here, which one of the following option is incorrect? The hinge joint. Hinge joint is present between humerus and radius ulna. Humerus and radius ulna. Whereas Between the humerus and pectoral girdle, whatever the joint present, that is called ball and socket joint. Knee joint and elbow joint are examples of saddle joint, ball socket joint, pivot joint, hinge joint. Knee joint and elbow joints are the examples of hinge joint. Macrophages and leukocytes exhibit ciliary movement, flagellar movement, amoeboid movement, gliding movement. Macrophages and leukocytes exhibit amoeboid movement. Which one of the following is not a disorder of bone? Arthritis, osteoporosis, rickets, atherosclerosis. Not a disorder of bone, not belongs to the bone. So, atherosclerosis is a heart related disorder. So, that is our answer. Which one of the following statement is incorrect? Heart muscles are striated involuntary. The muscles of hands and legs are striated involuntary. Muscles located in the inner walls of alimentary canal are striated and involuntary. Muscles located in the reproductive tracts are unstriated and involuntary. Here asking about incorrect statement. Heart muscles are striated involuntary. Yes, this is correct. Muscles of hands and legs are striated and voluntary. Yes, this is correct. Muscles located in the inner walls of alimentary canal is unstriated and involuntary. So, it is the incorrect one. Unstriated and involuntary. Which one of the following statement is true? Head of humerus bone articulates with the acetabulum of pectoral girdle. Head of humerus bone articulates with the glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. Head of humerus bone articulates with a cavity called acetabulum of pelvic girdle. Head of humerus bone articulates with the glenoid cavity of pelvic girdle. Let's see one after another. Head of humerus bone articulate with the glenoid cavity. Here it should be glenoid cavity. So that's why this is wrong. Head of humerus bone articulates with glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. This is right. Head of humerus bone articulate with the glenoid cavity of pectoral girdle. Muscles with characteristic striations and involuntary are striated, involuntary. Muscles in the wall of alimentary canal, muscles in the heart, muscle assisting locomotion, muscles of eyelids. Muscles of eyelid are smooth and involuntary. Muscles of eyelid smooth and involuntary. Muscles assisting locomotion are striated and voluntary. Muscles of the heart are striated and involuntary. Muscles of the heart are striated involuntary. In the alimentary canal, we will find unstriated involuntary. Match the following and mark the correct option. Sternum, glenoid cavity, freely movable joint, cartilaginous joint is given in column 1. Column 2, synovial fluid, vertebrae, pectoral girdle, flat bones. So let's match sternum. Sternum is a flat bone. Sternum is a flat bone. Glenoid cavity along belongs to the pectoral girdle. Freely movable joint will have the synovial fluid. Cartilaginous joint we take vertebrae. So where is our answer? A4. A4 is given in second and fourth option. Then B is the deciding factor. Glenoid cavity, B3 pectoral girdle. So A4, B3. Here it is running. Match the remaining two also. C1, S, D2. Yes, that is exemplar biology, locomotion and movement. Thank you.